Good morning, Mother. About the trip this week, we plan to meet up at 10 a.m., right?
Yes, that's right. Oh, yeah. And I wanted to ask you about that trip. Why did you reserve rooms at a hotel? I said I wanted to stay at one of those cottages on the lake, didn't I?
Well, this trip was planned for Brian's graduation gift, and you know how he prefers the city rather than the outdoors. And another thing, the hotel has an allergy-specific menu, which I'm sure you know. Brian has a severe allergy. There are certain things he can't eat. Figured it was best to be on the safe side, and also enjoy the vacation without having to worry about what he can eat or can't eat. I'm sure you understand.
This allergy thing again, huh? It's so strange that he can't eat eggs or milk or anything with flour in it. I wonder why he developed such allergies. Maybe you didn't feed him right when he was a child.
No, I don't think that's it. He was born with it.
Oh, really? But, I mean, I have to close up shop to go on this vacation, and we have to stay in a hotel in the city? That's no fun. Why do I have to sit back and take it? I mean, I'm the one running a business, and I need a vacation, and staying at a hotel is not really my way of relaxing.
So, you're taking time off from work?
Of course. The only one that's working at the shop is my husband and my eldest. If my husband takes time off from the shop, well, the shop won't function properly. If my son James was left to mind the place, we would go bankrupt.
Thank you so much for all your hard work, Mother.
If my husband had not demanded that I go on the trip, I would have passed. But he insisted.
Yes, I see. Thanks so much, Mother. Oh, yes, and Brian said it would be disrespectful for us to leave Grandma behind all by herself. I hope you'll accept how kind and considerate he is towards you. And I hope you occasionally talk to him. Whenever you two meet, you never really talk much. I was getting a bit worried.
No way! Why do I have to go on a vacation and then have to spend time blabbering with my grandson? What would we even talk about? And to be honest, I really don't get along with him.
Really? Okay, I see. I heard there was a beautiful park nearby. We could arrange a picnic for a day. The weather is supposed to be really nice around this time.
Oh, yeah. A picnic, huh? Well, whatever. At least I'll get a little break from all the work I've been doing. Don't worry about me. I'll find stuff to do.
Okay, Mother. Whatever you want.
But could you select some spots I would enjoy while we're there? That would be helpful. I mean, I'm taking precious time off to celebrate his graduation. It's the least you can do.
Hello? Mother? I'm really sorry. Brian was just hospitalized. Could you return home without us?
Huh? I thought we were all going back together. I haven't even made plane reservations.
I'm sorry, but I can't leave Brian's side at the moment. Please, this is an emergency.
Okay. Why did I even consent to this trip? What a total waste.
I'm really sorry about this.
My husband keeps asking me. So why was he hospitalized? What was the cause?
Well, it's obvious. It was an allergic reaction. I guess there was an ingredient in his meal which he was allergic to. I should have known. It was all my fault. I checked with the hotel staff and they were adamant that there was nothing he was allergic to was included. I really don't know what really caused the reaction. I mean, there are sure it wasn't the meal.
Oh, really? He had an allergic reaction at the hotel? I should have seen this coming. He should have been more careful.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Ugh. Well, he just graduated from high school, right? He should be able to handle himself. He's a grown man now. He can't be relying on his mother forever. I spread some powdered eggs before it was served.
You what? Are you serious? Is this some kind of joke? Are you serious? Saying you put powdered egg?
Yes, I saw something on the internet about allergies. It said that if you put powdered eggs over a meal, it prevents allergies. They said it works great on infants, so I figured it would work for Brian. I did it out of compassion. I thought it would cure his allergies once and for all. It's not as if I did it out of malice. I meant no harm.
Meant no harm? Are you serious? He was taken to the hospital. To the ER. Do you realize that?
Yeah, I know. So, what about it? Oh, you want me to apologize or something? Is that what you want me to do? I can understand you thanking me for trying, but to apologize? I only did it because I thought I could cure him. I mean, he would be so much happier if he could eat whatever he wanted, right? Maybe the reaction is only temporary. It could be one step to enhance his immunity. You never know. Maybe next time he eats eggs or whatever, he may get no reaction at all. If that happens, you and Brian would appreciate what I've done. Yeah. Maybe we should have him eat it again, but really build his immunity and say goodbye to this bothersome allergy.
Please, stop making this out to be one big joke. Would you have been so insensitive if Brian had died? What would you have done? This allergy is no joke. One mistake and he could have died. Even this very moment, he is in great pain. This is all your fault! I really can't believe you actually did this.
You're blowing this all out of proportion. The reason why he became such a frail boy is probably because of your constant obsessiveness towards him. It's actually all your fault. I'm sure of it. You probably brought him up all wrong. Always picking what he can eat and what he can't. You ruined his childhood. And I stepped in to try and help. And I get this in return? Ugh, please.
Okay, just forget it. I completely realize what kind of person you really are. We will probably never see you again. You were family, and I went along as long as I could. But this is it. Good riddance.
Oh, I see. Showing your true colors, I see. Well, so I don't have to see my grandson anymore. Actually, that's not a bad thought.
You didn't do this because you dislike Brian. Or did you?
Not sure. I'll leave that up to your imagination. I should add that I dislike both you and Derek. You always derided everything I said. You never respected me. And as for my son, Derek, he had no intention of taking over our shop anyway. I mean, he really should look up to his eldest brother, James.
I really can't believe you think this way. It's not what a normal person would do.
You should have never given birth to a child. You're not cut out to be a mother. We are not concerned in the least bit if you guys cut ties with us. We probably won't even notice you are gone.
I really can't forgive you. I will inform James and your husband about what you did.
Go ahead. It would make no difference at all.
Huh? You're delusional. Your husband and son would never put up with what you did.
They all work at my store. Or did you forget that little tidbit? You inform them. Do you really think they would reprimand me, the owner? You're the one who is delusional. Cut ties with me. Well, that means they will be out of a job. Would they really risk it all for a complete stranger?
What about my husband, Derek? What about him? He's your son.
I don't consider him my son anymore. You've contaminated him with your thought germs. You can keep him. He can continue working at your father's old beat-up factory for the rest of his days. Derek sure picked a winner. Anyway, Derek has always been mediocre. Actually, I'm relieved that he will be gone from my life. As long as James, my eldest, is here with us. Well, that's all I want.
I see.
If you understand, just be gone. I never want to see you people again. Never, ever contact us again. Melanie! What did you tell my husband? Come on, answer me! What did you say?
I thought you said you never wanted to contact with us. Just be gone. Isn't that what you said?
Never mind that. Just answer me.
Why do I even have to listen to you? This is one big waste of time. Goodbye.
My husband and my son James, they just told me they quit and left the house about a week ago. They said they could not put up with me anymore and just up and left. My husband, he hasn't returned since. I was forced to close the shop. I can't very well run it all by myself.
Oh, really? It must be very difficult. Okay, goodbye.
Stop kidding around. You did this. I know it.
No, it wasn't me.
Stop lying. I know when you're lying. Who else would do this besides you?
Don't ask me. I really don't know about that. Why don't you just work it out yourself?
Is this Derek's doing? Did he put you up to this? Or was it the both of you scheming behind my back? That's it! I knew it! Derek has always been like that. He's always trying to embarrass me.
It was not Derek.
Huh? Then who the hell blabbed to my husband and son?
Do you really want to know?
Melanie, let me make one thing clear. You are talking to your mother-in-law!
We cut ties with you already. You're not family or a friend. You're a complete stranger to us. I don't care if you're the shop owner or former mother-in-law or whatever. It has nothing to do with me or my family. So, do you want to know who?
You'll regret treating me like this. Just tell me!
It was Brian. He got your husband and son to quit.
You mean to tell me that frail little allergic-prone punk blabbered to my husband?
Yes, Brian talked with both your husband and James about the whole situation. He told them he wanted to continue being family with them, but no longer wanted anything to do with you. All three of us explained the whole thing to your husband and to James. It's true that your husband is unable to refuse you. And if he does, he loses his job and a place to live. That's where my parents come in. I asked my father to give them a job and a place to live for a while. Your husband pleaded with mine to help him out. And I guess that was what convinced my folks. My father was looking for people, so actually it was a godsend for us to get not only one, but two competent employees. Oh, yeah, for your information, they have already moved into our dormitory facility.
No way! You're making all this up. That can't be right!
As for your son, James, he's already moved here with his wife and son, your grandson. And your husband, he grabbed the basic essentials and is already living over here. The four of them are living in the apartment dormitory that my father owns. I hear that your shop only employed your husband and son, right? You made them work 7 days as well, hardly allowing them a day off. But neither of them complained, especially your husband, who still apparently loved you, despite your flaws. But after what you did to his grandson, he came to his senses and no longer wanted anything to do with you. He was on the verge of tears while telling me this. He also said that once the whole thing is settled, he plans to begin divorce proceedings. I recommend that you make preparations. That's all I got to say. Goodbye.
Not so fast! Oh, hello, Melanie. I was just contacting you because I want to give Brian a gift to commemorate his high school graduation. I was wondering if there was anything in particular that Brian wanted. What does he like?
Huh? Is this your mother? I thought I blocked you and deleted all your contact information. Must be some kind of mistake. Goodbye.
Hold on a second!
Huh? What do you want?
Come on! Don't be that way! Let's talk this over! I mean, we're a family, aren't we? We've been a family for the last 18 years. That's got to mean something, right?
What family? Are you serious? How many times have you thrown out my cooking, saying it was crap? Saying I always buy takeout food or taking our vacuum cleaner without permission, stuff like that. Oh, yeah, and about that little thing about jeopardizing my son's life? Good, wholesome family stuff like that?
Well, I thought I was just acting normally, but I regret it all. I'm really sorry for acting that way for so many years. I really regret that thing about the powdered eggs. I truly thought it would help. Ever since then, I looked back on what I did and feel absolute regret. I sincerely apologize for it all.
Are you saying all this because your husband is demanding a divorce?
Well, I guess that is part of it.
So, that's what this is all about, huh?
Well, yeah. You know, I just wanted to...
Please stop. You don't have to get all worked up over it.
I have a suggestion. What do you say we all take another vacation? All together, as a family. Including Brian. I really want to fix this and just be a happy family again.
Oh, you are totally delusional. Are you kidding me?
You used to invite me on these trips all the time. Come on, think about all the good times we had. We can do it again.
About that last trip, I really didn't even want to invite you. But how could I just invite Grandpa and not you, right? So I had no choice but to ask you to come along. But it turned out to be a nightmare for us and for Brian.
Please, I beg you. At least accept my apologies. Maybe then Grandpa will change his mind about divorcing me.
I knew it was all about yourself. You contacted me to get to Grandpa to change his mind. This sincerity shtick is not going to cut it. The world's worst mother-in-law to the very end. Very fitting if you ask me. Thanks for wasting my life for 18 years. I'm so glad to cut ties with you once and for all.
Please, Melanie, you've got it all wrong. James left saying he never wanted to see me again. I can't get in touch with him. If my husband leaves, I will lose everything. The shop is as good as gone. This shop was handed down from my mother and father. They protected this place for a generation. I'm sure you understand. Please help me out. Please, Melanie. I'll do anything you say.
Brian was in the hospital for several days, but recovered completely and came home. He's currently getting ready to go off to college. As for my former mother-in-law, she was refusing to consent to the divorce, but finally relented, and the divorce went through recently. The shop she was running was not able to attract potential employees. Who would want to work for her, right? Well, the shop eventually went under and closed. She is currently putting the shop on the market, and now lives in an old, dilapidated apartment somewhere. According to Grandpa, she always purported to be the owner who ran a prosperous shop, but in reality, the shop was in the red. I can sort of understand her predicament now. And about knowingly serving food to an allergic person, that's a crime. We're currently discussing the situation with our lawyer about pressing charges against her. For my former mother-in-law, her current predicament does not look very good. After 18 years of torment, I hope she finally gets what she deserves.